On the menu today will be dressing. This dressing has no raw egg and it does not consist of cornmeal. I am going to use cream of wheat, and you guys would absolutely never know that I used cream of wheat instead of cornmeal. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and chop up my vegetables, my celery, bell pepper, and onion. You don't have to chop it very small. Just give it a good little chop and put it in a pot of water. We're going to boil it down until it gets very soft. And then we're going to go on to the next part. Make for sure that you do season your vegetable water. You can also use broth instead of water. This is my cream of wheat bread. You guys call it cornbread. Cream of wheat bread is what I call this. And so I'm just going to go ahead and mix up the dry ingredients before I pour my wet ingredients on top of this. Make for sure that all of that dry is well mixed in, and then just go ahead and pour all of your wet on top. And we're going to use a hand mixer to go ahead and mix this up after we've dropped these eggs in here. And you can also do this by hand, but I'm going to go ahead and do it a little bit faster by using this hand mixer. All done with that part. Let's go ahead and give it a few stirs to make for sure there's nothing sitting at the bottom of this here. We want it all well mixed in, and this right here is a 3 bread batch. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my roasting pan. I'm not going to grease the roasting pan or anything. I'm going to absolutely let this cook way over the time that it's supposed to come out. It will not be coming out in 20, 25, 30 minutes. It will be in there just drying out. I like to have my bread dry. So I'm going to go ahead and let this thing just cook. And here it is, you guys, done. It is not burnt. It is just dry because we're going to put wet on top of this dry cream of wheat bread. The vegetables are absolutely perfect. We're going to let those continue to cook. And this is the chicken. I went on ahead and I cut the back and the booty. Well, the booty is hooked to the back. So I cut all of that out, and now it is kind of done. So I'm going ahead and pour the broth of the chicken on to the cream of wheat bread. The flavor that the broth of the chicken and or turkey and or hen, whatever you pick, will make the dressing turn out so good and sticky. I mean, it is absolutely delicious. Now I'm going to go ahead and start mixing this in. Steamy. Go ahead and chop that bread down a little bit, but we're going to chop this all the way down. We're going to go ahead and start scooping some of our vegetables up in here because they are absolutely perfect. So we're going to go ahead and put some of those in there. And if you like giblets, whenever you start your vegetables to boiling, clean your gizzards and put those in there as well. Let those all cook together. But I'm not a giblet type of person, so I'm not going to add those. Right now, I'm just mashing it all up, trying to get it broke down real good, baby. I'm just gonna go on ahead and get this cream of chicken in here now, you guys, so I can go on ahead and get that incorporated up in this thing. And for the 3 batch of the cream of wheat bread, I used 2 small cans of the cream of chicken in this batch. Or you can just use one of those big cans. I'm gonna go on and get that incorporated in here. And y'all, we're not done with the vegetables or the water of the vegetables. So just go on ahead, don't throw that away. Just go on ahead and keep that, and go on ahead and throw the rest of that in here. You're going to need it for this dressing, because you do want your dressing to get wet, not sopping wet, but you do want it to be able to come into one dressing just like this right here. See how it's not sopping wet? It's just absolutely perfect, because guess what, y'all? We got to recook it again. I went on ahead and made a hole in the middle, and yes, my chicken is ugly, but it does not matter. I went on ahead and popped that in the middle, and that is still going to produce some of that delicious broth. And that's why I've made a dip, so it does not make the dressing wet. And so we're just going to leave that up in here and let this all cook together. Well, y'all, here it is, that delicious dressing with that no giblet gravy. Okay, I hope y'all enjoy this, and don't forget, y'all, to check that description box for the recipe. Bye.